Picture this. You're sitting down at a nice restaurant and across from you is Prince Sidon. They seem nice and they actually seem pretty engaged in your interests. However, the conversation takes a turn when they reveal that they enjoy watching people sleep. Today I'm going to be playing a game of red flags with some special guests and you'll have the chance to make fun of our choices and see what we're willing to put up with. I asked my audience to submit some characters along with some perks and some red flags. And here's the result of all of your submissions. Mr. President, thank you so much for sitting down with me for a call. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, you could say I've been Joe Vibin.
That sounds great. Now, you know how this game works, correct?
Yes, very familiar. Kamala and I spend a lot of our days in office playing.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm sure the public would love to hear how relatable you are, sir. Now, today I'm going to be presenting us with 3 characters, each with a perk and a red flag.
Alrighty, let's go.
Okay. So our first candidate today is Johnny Silverhand, who enjoys cuddles during nighttime doom scrolling, but is a Swiftie.
Oh, is that a red flag? I myself am a big fan of Miss Taylor Swift.
Me too, Joe, me too. Definitely not a red flag to me. Might have a word with my audience.
I'm very excited for debut TV, and I'm hoping for Crazier to be one of the vault songs.
Tia, yes! Okay. Are you ready to meet our second candidate?
As ready as I'll ever be, Pastel.
Beautiful. Alrighty, our second candidate is Violet Sorrengale.
Oh, Fourth Wing. I read that this year. You know, I absolutely devoured it. Obama was too much of a wimp to put it on his 2023 recommendations, but I'm not scared to admit I enjoyed it.
Our Violet, she journals daily and she sees a therapist.
The book would have been shorter if she'd actually done that in the story.
Yes, I agree. But she's also prone to fits of anger, especially when someone mentions Mozart around her.
Not a Mozart stan? Controversial yet brave for sure. This one is going to be tough to choose.
I know. Are you leaning toward either of them more, sir?
I definitely think I know which one I'd pick. I think I'm ready to lock it in.
Alrighty. Well, 3, 2, 1, reveal.
I couldn't go past Violet. As much as I think she can't be as smart as they say, she's an icon.
That's what I say. And I couldn't go past Johnny because he's such a dreamboat. And no flaw, easy pick. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Let's do it again sometime. Biden out.
Joe, I'm glad you were able to make it today.
Listen, I can always make time for a short call with you, Pastel.
Amazing. Now, you're familiar with red flags, correct?
Actually, no. I wouldn't know what a red flag was even if it was staring me right in the face. Hey, do you know how to fix these camera settings on Discord?
So we're going to be given a character, we're going to be told a perk of theirs, and then we're going to be given a red flag or a con. And then between the two of those characters, we'll need to pick who we would want to date. Are you ready?
Sure, let's get going.
Alrighty. So the first candidate for us is the Cheshire Cat.
The Cheshire Cat? What?
Some of these submissions are a little bit interesting. So the Cheshire Cat, who is hopelessly in love with you, but they smirk all the time.
I'm not too sure about this one.
Well, hopefully you'll vibe more with our next candidate. Okay, so we have Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3. Knows you so well, like he's in your head, but won't watch Twilight with you.
Won't watch Twilight, but that's a masterpiece. That actually offends me so much.
It's really hard for me because I love Astarion and Twilight. It's like saying goodbye to a big part of myself.
I know exactly what you mean. This one is so tough.
Yeah, it's probably better if we just rip the band-aid, hey? Let's just make a decision.
You're right. Let's do this.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. You're such a big Twilight fan. I didn't think you'd be willing to let it go for Astarion.
I'm a weak woman, Joe. He just does it for me.
Well, then you can say I'm a weak man, huh? He really is just too baby girl to pass him up. And I can't even begin to think what my audience would think of me if I picked a fucking cat.
Hey, this is a safe space, Joe. If you really want to pick the Cheshire Cat, you can.
The Cheshire Cat would be hopelessly in love with me, but no, I can't do it. I'm an Astarion girly.
You're so real for that, Joe. All right, well, that's all the time that we have. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No worries. Next time we should get you on my podcast.
Excuse me, I was just enjoying myself in Mar-a-Lago and was notified that you spoke with Sleepy Joe. Is there a reason I wasn't invited first? You know I was president first, right?
Donnie J, I didn't want to bother you. I promised you were first on my mind.
You know I value our friendship. I'd abandon all prior engagements to assist you.
I know. Did you want to play Red Flags with me today then?
I'll be the best player of Red Flags, the best you've ever seen. There's never been a better player.
All right, then I'll get the candidates ready for you. So our first candidate is Garrus from Mass Effect. Just look at him, but he makes tea with cold milk first.
Who does that?
I know, but it's Garrus.
He really is a hunk, isn't he?
All right, are you ready for our second candidate?
I've never been more ready. In fact, I'm the most ready. No one has ever been as ready as me.
All right. Our second candidate is the Xenomorph.
Mother!
Tall, dark, and handsome, but you can tell that she's not really into you.
Oh no, that's devastating.
Do you think you'll be able to pick between the two of them?
This one is really tough. I love both of these space besties, but they've not made this easy.
They certainly haven't, Donnie. They certainly haven't. In any case, we better not keep the people waiting. Have you made your selection?
Reluctantly, yes.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, reveal. No way, was the tea thing such a deal breaker?
It was. And if I'm being honest, there's just too many questions that I have about his anatomy.
Well, you know.
Uh-huh. I still think my xenomorph queen was the best choice. Mother is mothering.
Oh, absolutely. Alrighty, well, I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing before you joined me.
Come to me first, okay? Love ya.
Love ya. Jordan, I'm surprised you made it today.
When I heard we were playing Red Flags, I knew I had to attend and show my mettle. We live in a world teeming with characters, each with their own script. But not all scripts are written in the ink of honesty and virtue. There exist red flags, those ominous indicators that foretell a storm of chaos and deceit.
Yes, you're so right, Jordan. Do you know how to play the game, or are you ready to hear which characters you're choosing between today?
I think we're ready to get started here. But, you know, the first red flag is a lack of responsibility. When you encounter someone who shirks accountability like a snake shedding its skin, beware. Responsibility is the cornerstone of a well-lived life. It's the bedrock upon which trust is built. If you spot someone evading responsibility, be prepared for a tumultuous journey through a swamp of excuses.
All right, Jordan. Well, let's not keep our candidates waiting. The first candidate is Jesus.
Oh, marvelous, my favorite.
Who wipes their ass, confirmed.
Oh, goodness.
Not sure how we found that one out, but takes you to Revs for a date night, but he just wants to listen to hard techno. Are you familiar with Revs, Jordan?
My daughter Michaela met a lovely man there one night. I heard the knobs are hot at Revs.
They are hot, Jordan. Not quite a red flag then?
No, not at all. You know, thinking about red flags, another glaringly obvious one is a lack of humility.
Yep.
Now, don't mistake me. Confidence is essential, but hubris is a dangerous beast. If someone struts around like a peacock, feathers flared, but never takes a moment to acknowledge their own fallibility, mark my words, you're dealing with a ticking time bomb of ego.
Absolutely. Now for candidate number 2. Anders from Dragon Age 2 with big naturals, but will manipulate you for his own interests, even when it's to the detriment of the greater good.
That's not dissimilar to how Anders is in Dragon Age 2, is it?
No, you're exactly right. Who did you pick to romance in Dragon Age 2?
I'm partial to Meryl, actually. The real crime is not letting us romance Meredith.
T. Jordan! Alrighty, well, do you think you know who you might pick between Jesus or Anders?
You know, where would we be without men?
Oh no, not this again.
You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. You see university professors, especially of the social justice bent, who are among the most protected and privileged people. They take everything they have for granted, failing to understand entirely that there's a massive infrastructure of unbelievably hardworking, solidly laboring, working class men breaking themselves in half on a regular basis, and that if they act properly and honestly and forthrightly, that they can put their lives together and they can help their families and they can make their communities better, and that that's not toxic masculinity.
Jordan.
Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest.
All right, well, 3, 2, 1, reveal. I think we knew this one was coming.
He's the perfect man, and don't get me started on those hot knobs for Revs.
For me, it's the confirmed ass wiping. In this economy, that's hard to come by, so very good stuff.
Anders' big naturals did tempt me, though. It wasn't such a simple choice.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jordan.
Anytime. My fellow wanderers in this chaotic realm, keep a vigilant eye for these red flags. They are the omens that whisper warnings in the wind.
Okay, that's enough of that. Ethan, hi.
Hey, I'm here to do red flags or whatever.
Oh, no video today?
Nope. No, I won't be doing video. I'm too busy.
Okay, no worries. I won't take up too much of your time, so let's just jump right into it.
Great. That sounds great.
All right, so our first candidate is Jeffree Star.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But he's a really good gift giver,
Well, he'd better be.
but he knows all of your secrets.
This is literally just everyday Jeffree Star.
Sounding like it, Ethan. Alrighty, candidate number 2, the Deku Tree,
Here we go.
who has a natural BBL,
Now that's what I'm talking about.
but he smells like cum.
Fuck. Literally neither of these are good.
We got a toughie here today, yep.
I can't believe I chose to do this with my day.
All right, well, Eth, it'll be over soon. Let's just decide between the two of these, hey?
Let's get this over with.
All right. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
You're genuinely picking Jeffree? Enjoy your little life on that yak farm in Wyoming.
Hey, at least my person doesn't smell like cum.
How do you know he doesn't?
I guess I don't, but it's better than being sure that they smell like cum.
Well, I'm going to enjoy a slice of my Deku Tree. At least I know he won't use me and abuse me.
I really can't believe one of the options was a bodacious Deku Tree.
And you passed it up.
All right, Ethan, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for your time today.
Don't forget to check out my wife Ela's brand, Teddy Fresh, who I am not affiliated with at all.
Alrighty, no worries.
Bye.
Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me today. I had an absolute blast. I hope that you did as well. I'd love to know who you would have picked out of the combinations that we had today. I just want to make a quick shout out to my YouTube members. Thank you so much for supporting me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I hope that you stay well. I hope that you stay hydrated, and I'll see you all next time.